On God, bro, I'ma work at a gas station. Why? Well, no shit. I fucking hate making left turns, dude. It's fucking left turns really suck. Hold on now. Well, everyone already left, so that's great. There'll be a lot of crackheads. I'm gonna deal with a ton of coworkers when it's on the desk. Take the night shit. That's cool. God damn, what a fucking shitty day, man. It's fucking stupid. Just fucking tired of like just dumb shit from everything. It's like just need a fucking break. I'm not getting any work. Work I do get fucking sucks. What up? I had to buy a new tire today. That was pretty shitty. $150 for one fucking tire. I mean, the one I had, it was so fucking flat. It was just ridiculous. It's like, I kept pumping it with air, and every day I would come out and it'd get worse and worse. It's like, why would I go to the junkyard for a tire? No, if I'm gonna buy a tire, I'm gonna get my money's worth out of it. I don't want to take chances with shit like that. It sucks I had to spend 150 bucks on a tire, but I would rather spend 150 bucks on a tire knowing that for the most part it's gonna be a-okay, rather than fucking spend, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks on a tire that I don't know anything about. I'm so fucking done. It's good, man. You know, I always tell people not to lower their prices, and I still believe that, but I'm gonna have to lower mine because it costs like I'm getting work, but I'm not getting enough. Like I'm getting all these fucking small jobs, and it's just not fucking worth it, man. It just really isn't. And I don't want to have to lower my rates, but I need the money, so it's like I might as well take a hit for a little while just to fucking get my numbers up. Because the market's becoming oversaturated, and because now the Vegas market, there's a shitload of people that are working TaskRabbit out here. Everyone's rates are like super fucking low, and it's like, are you kidding me? So it's become real competitive, so I'm gonna have to lower my rates if I want to work more. Because the thing is, I make $34 an hour on average, or like $34 an hour. but I'm only working like maybe 2 hours a day, if that. There'll be days where I won't even work at all for 2 or 3 days at a time, and it's like, if I lower my rates, I'll get more jobs that'll be there for longer. So it's a numbers game, dude. And I don't know, I'm gonna give it a day or two, and then, if it's still acting up like this and I'm not getting any work, I'm just gonna say fuck it and have to lower my rates. Give me a second, I'm just trying to park. Yeah, it's tricky, dude. And, like, I still believe that fact. Like I said, do not lower your rates. But, because overall it affects the market. But sometimes you gotta, man. Oh, no, my pitch and all my stuff is good, dude. And every one of my clients, like, they love my reviews. They love my bio. Like, that's not the problem. Like, quite literally, it's price. That's all it is. Like, I've had my clients tell me, like, well, I'd have you stay and do more work, but I can, you're so expensive, I can only afford the hour. Like, and it's not like I've had one person tell me that. Like, I've had in the past, like, 2 weeks, I've had half of my clients tell me, like, I'd have you do more work, but you're just too expensive. And people are fucking cheap, man. And the reason why is it's the Las Vegas market. The Las Vegas market's a smaller market. And because it's a smaller market, it's the smaller markets are a lot more competitive when it comes to price because everyone's shooting for the bottom. So, like, the average out here used to be like not take home, but for the client, like, it was you could do like $27 to $30 an hour. Now it's like a lot of people have their rates listed to where they're making maybe $22 an hour. It's a race to the bottom. I'm just fucking stressed out today. It's like I had one fucking job today. One fucking job. I had one job today. I had to pay $150 for that fucking tire. And then I try to be upbeat. I try to, like, have a good time. I try to fucking not stress about shit. And it's like, oh, hey, what should I make for dinner? And that turns into an event. It's like, I'm just fucking stressed out. Oh, and then fucking YouTube is got fuck games with them. It's so, for like a while now, they should have YouTube should have paid me out already. I've already overseen the payment threshold for my videos and shit. No, Instacart and DoorDash, those are, especially with my truck, I would actually lose money because the gas prices have gone up out in Vegas. So it's like $3.50 a gallon. My truck gets like 13 to 14 miles a gallon. And trust me, if you've watched my channel, I've done the food delivery stuff in the past. You're literally working for tips. And I think my calculations were it's about 20% of clients actually tip at all. $3.50? Why, is that lower than where you're at? Or higher? It was higher out in California when I went out there, man. It was $4 a gallon. What did you say earlier? Hold on. No, there's no need to say it'll get better. It's just one of those days. I'm not too worried about it. It's just stupid. it's like I just had to leave the fucking house. I was so fucking pissed off. It's like, can I go one day without being shit talked in my own home? One fucking day. Can I go one day without fucking being a fucking joke to you? Like, it's like, hey, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. What should I make? Here are some options. I'll go out and pick up all the stuff we need. Start saying it. It's like, you don't even know how to make that. It's like, I was a fucking cook for years of my life was devoted to fucking food, all right? I know how to fucking cook. Well, this recipe says that you need this for that. And I'm like, no, you fucking don't. Every fucking recipe is fucking different. It's all based upon whoever wants to fucking make the food however the fuck they want to make it. Okay? I know how to fucking cook XYZ. Do you want me to make this or fucking not? That's it. You don't need to fucking ask me if I know how to fucking make it. If I tell you I can make this, I can fucking make it. End of fucking story. Don't fucking question whether or not I can fucking cook something, alright? Jesus, you're the one sitting over there and you need a recipe card every fucking time you cook? That's fine. Some people are like that. Me, on the other hand, though, I don't fucking need one because I know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I don't want to deal with the bullshit, but, you know, it's like, I can get back into HVAC. One of the big reasons why I got out was because of the garnishment against my wages. But now that's not a thing anymore. So I can realistically do a 9 to 5 again. But if I were to go back in that industry, I would probably only do refrigeration. Like working for Coca-Cola on their machines or, you know, something like that. I wouldn't want to do residential at all. I don't want to, and I don't even want people to do the whole argument. It's like, well, it's not sales, it's service. Do you make a commission? Yeah. Does your success rely on your commissions? Well, yeah. I don't want to fucking deal with commissions at all. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want my job performance to be less about the work that I do and more about how much money I bring into the company. All right? The money that I bring into the company is my fucking skill, my talent, and experience, not what I can fucking sell fucking to people. I'm not married. No, it's simple. I fucking tell her this shit all the time. All right? It's like I don't have to fucking my number one thing is I hate fucking repeating myself. It's one thing if I say something and you can't hear me. It's another thing if I have to say the same thing again and again and again and again. It gets to the point where obviously the other person's not even fucking listening. It's either they're not listening at all or they just don't give a shit. And it's like, I'm cool up to a point. Everyone has the point where it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. Like, I'm not dealing with this conversation anymore. And me, it's like, my thing is, if I have to tell you the same thing, like, more than 3 times, I can't fuck with you. I have to go. I have to get out. I have to get away from here. 3 times. I will repeat what I've said twice. I'll say it. I'll repeat it twice. And if you don't fucking get it by that point, I'm done with you. So, I just don't have fucking the time nor the patience to fucking have to keep telling people to fuck off. It's like, I shouldn't have to be the one to say that I know how to make a certain fucking type of food. I know how to make if I tell you that I can make it, guess what? I can fucking make it. It's chicken fried steak. It's not the fucking hardest thing in the world to make. Oh my God. You know, it's like I say, oh, I can make chicken fried steak for dinner. Well, how do you do that? Don't you need a deep fryer? You don't need a deep fryer for that. We have everything here. I just need to go and pick up the meat and, you know, probably some potatoes and stuff, some mashed potatoes. You know, we could just, instead of doing the gravy from scratch, we could just do a fucking, the store-bought packet shit just to make it quicker, you know. I'm fine with that kind of thing. But it's like, well, this recipe says that you need shortening and we don't have shortening. It's like, you don't need fucking shortening to make fucking chicken fried steak. A fucking pan with some canola oil will fucking, there you go. That's all you fucking need. All right? It's like some people use shortening. Some people use canola oil. Some people use fucking lard. You know, it's all a flavor profile thing. That's it. But here I am, someone that professionally worked in a kitchen for so many fucking years of my life, and I have someone that every now and then will fucking make dinner, has to look at a fucking recipe card all the time, you know, which is fine. Some people, that's just how they work when it comes to the kitchen. That's fine. I get it. But then that person wants to question me on my ability to fucking cook. It's like, well, fuck it then. Who gives a shit? You know? So I'm not gonna fucking waste my time and my energy doing something for fucking you. Alright? Figure, oh, let's have a nice family dinner. Oh no, let's not do that. So fucking done. So... yeah, so for the refrigeration thing, I don't even know where to begin to look for that. At all. I don't know. This is what I said in that live stream earlier. I don't know where to begin to look. You know, I've gone on Indeed and I've typed in the stuff in the search field. All that comes up is fucking residential HVAC. That's it. So it's like, all right, so I have to ask the network, see what y'all know, because y'all know this shit way more than me. I mean, hell, the vast majority of my fucking subscribers are all here because of one HVAC video. One video brought in the vast majority of my subs. Kitchen and appliance repair. I just want a nice day. That's it. It's like, I have this client earlier. She's cool, right? But she's so fucking anal about these stupid legs on her couch. And I'm trying to make sure that they're nice and level when I screw them in. And it's like I get people bitching about that. It's like, all right, I can put these up more towards the corner so that when you stand back and you look at the couch sitting on the floor, you can see the legs for whatever fucking reason. But just so you know, there's a lot of cushion that's from the fabric of the couch that's pushed up in there, so it's not going to be as level as where I'm putting it, like on the flat wood. I'm trying to make sure that the couch will be level. Instead, you want it to just fucking look however you want it. That's fine, whatever. So I'll undo all the ones I just did, which were nice, level, and perfect, and fucking do it the way that you want. It's like, she was cool, she was nice and everything, but it's like, it still irritates me. It's like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Customer's always right. Oh, foibles. What's up, dog? You know, I can't be too stressed out because I could still be in the military. So, I guess life on the outside does have its perks, even though there are some headaches. What's up, dog? Yeah, thanks for the super chat, but you shouldn't super chat because for whatever reason, even though I'm getting super chats, even though I'm getting super chats and I'm getting ad revenue, I'm not getting any of it. It's getting tallied up in my YouTube analytics, but YouTube will not send it out to me for whatever fucking reason. That's another thing about the internet that I can't stand. When you type something in to search for something, it gives you all this other shit that has nothing to do with what you're looking for. And I'm not talking about the ads on Google fucking results where like the first 5 fucking posts are all fucking advertisements. I mean everything below that, the stuff that's been up in the algorithm for it to come up with the search terms that you put in. It's a fucking headache. So for whatever fucking reason, because YouTube changed their YouTube Studio, I can't get paid anymore. And I can't figure it out why that's doing that. So I haven't found a video, an article, nothing. Whatever, though. Anyway, today was dog shit. Why was today dog shit? Tell me about it. What did they have you fuck off with today? It's always some bullshit or another. Oh, great. Twitter. That sucks, dude. You know, I had a client yesterday, and there are some jobs that I just feel like it's not fucking worth it, dude. And that goes back to the whole 1 hour jobs, the small fucking jobs that are on the other fucking side of town. The only reason why I go and do those jobs is because my price point is the way that it is. It's like when I have to drive 30 minutes one way to a job, it's like it's $10 round trip from where I live to go to those jobs that are way on the other end of town. So the 1 hour minimum that, you know, I only make like $25 from those jobs because that other 10 goes to gas. Oh, Jesus. Well, now I, Jesus. Some people give you an hour job. I guess that could be the case. In my experience, a lot of the 1 hour jobs are just simple shit. So this job that I had yesterday afternoon, I drove all the fucking way over there. I was there for like maybe 20 minutes. I had to fucking get my ladder, go on the ladder, and change out 4 light bulbs. And I didn't even have to change them out because the fucking guy bought the wrong fucking bulbs. Like the sockets were completely different. And I kept trying to explain to him, these are the ones that you bought are wrong. And he's like, no, they're not. It's like, look, that piece right there, that piece comes off. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. This is, the piece on this light bulb is all one thing. The one that you have, it's all one thing. These aren't extra little interchangeable things. This socket part on the light bulb is that with these prongs, that's specifically for this light fixture that you have. The ones that you have, those are for a completely different type of light fixture. And every time something like that happens, they get bitchy at me. It's like, well, what the hell? Like, well, why? Then they get all pissed off because then they have to pay for me coming out and I can't even do anything for them. I mean, I still took out the light bulbs for them because these ones are the prongs and the little circles on the end. They have a name, but whatever. They're a fucking pain in the ass to get out of these. Anyway, so at least my shit didn't get completely flipped like some people did. Well, it's usually when you have a clean room, because we've had raids before. Like room inspections are like, there's a certain term for it when, you know, the higher ups or even the authorities will come in and then they'll fucking raid like every room. If your room's a mess, they'll fuck it up. If your room is not a mess, then they won't. The military is very weird because I remember there was a guy back at Drum and they did a barracks thing. And I wasn't living in the barracks at the time, but we all had to be in formation and shit for this, even though the people that lived in housing were unaffected. And this one guy, he had a bunch of electronics in his room, and they fucked, because his room was messy. So they fucked his room up. Like, they took shit, threw it off the shelves, and he had like a bunch of video games and shit like that. Like, he's a real nerdy dude, but a lot of tech, like studio equipment. Like, he did music on his computer, so he had like soundboards and all this shit. They fucked his shit up, and they damaged a lot of his electronics. Like, we're talking like they, like, off of his entertainment center, they just swiped down, and all of his game consoles and shit just fell to the floor. Like, they broke so much shit, and they didn't fucking pay obviously they didn't pay a penny for that. Nothing ever happened from that. And this dude like was out like at least $1,000 worth of shit that they just fucked up in his room. And he was like, dude, I don't even know where to begin. It's like, I told the chain of command about it, but they're like, oh, well, this is the kind of things that happen. No recourse. None at all. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, at least when I was in, I don't know if it's different now, but I mean, they could say it's the fucked up thing about the military. It's a he said, she said thing, and they all go by rank. if you say something that goes against the non-commissioned officer, because that person is their word is already worth more than yours. So unless you have photographic proof or some sort of documentation stating otherwise, any type of recourse that you try to get from it, no one will listen to you because of your rank. No, it's a garbage fucking movie. Sorry, broski. You know what I need? Just need a break. That's it. I don't know why that's so hard to ask for. It's like with work, fuck it. I can deal with whatever I have to with work, but like outside of work, I need a fucking break. It's like I love my family, but it's like, can you just like go easier on me? It's like I have the weight of the world on my shoulders, and everyone's ungrateful as fuck. No one fucking gets it. No one understands. Like, no one acknowledges all the shit that I do. I'm not asking for a fucking parade. I'm not asking for a fucking cookie. But some acknowledgement from time to time would be fucking nice. Yeah, well, no, I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one. And I'm sorry, it didn't hit my sense of humor very well. It felt very juvenile. Oh god. See, I have no clue why, but the army has. Yeah, it's fucking stupid, man. I mean, there's a particular reason for everything, and you know, when you're higher up in rank, some of the things kind of make sense. When you're lower in rank, it makes far less sense. The way that it works is when stupid shit pops off, like a lot of stupid formations or layout. When you're lower enlisted and you're the one that has to do a lot of the waiting around or the extra work for needless reasons, then yeah, from that scenario, yeah, it's pretty fucked. When you flip the script, though, it's totally different. When you flip the script, it's when you're higher ranking, you have a different vantage point. It's still bullshit, but I was thinking of something. When I was out in California, we were having dinner at my mom's friend's house, and they, you know, a couple of her friends were talking about, oh yeah, you should join the reserves, and I'm like, no, I'm done with the military, and that's something that gets me, man. When other people tell me what I should do with my life, it's one thing to make a suggestion, but like they went on for a good 10-15 minutes talking about how I should join the reserves and all this shit, and it's like, what other reason than no do I have to give? What other reason than I do not want to? End of conversation. End of story. Why do we keep going on about this? I don't want to. I'm not going to. I did my time. I got out. I don't want any more part of it. I'm done. Why do I have to fucking keep telling them that? It's like, look, I'm done. Everyone's a fucking expert. Yeah, everyone's an expert on your life. That's, you know, I always try to, like my life ain't perfect, and I'm always striving for something more. So I reach out to people and shit, like when I talk with you fine folk, you know, and we bust back ideas and shoot the shit and all this stuff, but oh yeah, so I found two buyers for that stuff that I showed you from before. So tomorrow. And as much as I don't want to sell it, which I don't, I kind of have no choice but to, because this fucking tire I had to replace today. So I got paid from work, which was nice, and then the fucking flat, and it's like, son of a bitch, man. So I have to fucking sell it. I'm not showing anyone toes. End of story. Anyway, it's all good. Fuck it. And it's just a DS in a game. Who gives a fuck at the end of the day? Right? Oh, a vape trick? No, I'm not talented in that regard. My only talent that I have is shit talking on YouTube. And occasionally Twitch. Well, no, it's not that big of a deal. Like I said before, like if I have to sell it, it's not the end of the fucking world. You know, you can't take it with you, right? And it's not like I have a lot of time or energy invested into it. The majority of the time, the DS and the games just fucking sit in a fucking drawer in my closet. So it's not like I'm even fucking playing it. So, you know, it'd be nice to have down the road, but down the road, I can always just get a replacement for it. So, not the end of the world. Oh, it's just a DS Lite. Let me see. Hold on, give me a second. This fucking truck is disgusting. Ugh. This DS and Pokemon Black 2, Pokemon Diamond, and Soul Silver, and Omega Ruby, and Pokemon Sun. That's what the guy is buying tomorrow. Well, so this guy offered $175, and he can meet me at 7. And for him, he carpools. Oh, Gen 4 is the shit, dude. Nah, I'm a purist, man. I'm a purist. I prefer the physical cartridge. I get it, ROMs, flashcards, all that shit. It's just not up my speed. I like having the physical card. But yeah, this copy of Soul Silver though, I'm pretty sure most people that know about Generation 4 understand how the RNG is like broken in this. Once you know how it works, it's pretty broken. So it took me like about 2.5, 3 hours to get it to fucking work. But I have the what's it called? The Cute Charm glitch with my ID and my secret ID enabled on this. So instead of, well, as long as Jigglypuff is at the front of my party, I encounter shiny Pokemon 20% of the time as opposed to the 1 in 8,000 or whatever. So like you can even ask Foibles. I showed him like there was nothing in it. I opened it up and I played it for him, and he saw, man. He saw. It's nuts. So he's only buying this one. So I still have this one. So it's not like I'm not going to be without one, but come on. So that guy, I'm meeting up with him at 7 tomorrow night. And 7 is critical because he works in this area, like around here. And he gets off of work, from the time he gets off of work to the time, like, because he carpools with his roommate. So he has a very short window for when he can actually meet, which is why 7 is the time that we can meet. He offered 175. Then another person hit me up today, and they like wanted just like the Pokemon games, the DS Pokemon games. And I was like, well, you know, what's your offer? And they're like $70. And I was like, Soul Silver alone on the secondhand market goes for 60. I can't take 70 for all three of them. And it's okay anyway because I already have another offer for a lot higher, so I'm just gonna wait for tomorrow. And they were like, oh, well, how much was it? Well, it was 175 for all the Pokemon games plus the DS. And they're like, oh, well, fuck, man, I'll match it. And I'm like, well, if he doesn't show up, I'll let you know tomorrow. And then they were like, oh, you know what, fuck it, I really want it, $200 for all that stuff that you said that you were gonna sell to him. I'll just take it all off your hands. And I'm like, all right, 200, fine, that sounds good. If you can meet today, I'll do it today. It's like, oh, I get off work really late and I work really early tomorrow, and so I'm not gonna get off until like sometime around 9. So I'm not gonna meet up with you until like 9:30. And I'm like, it's an extra $25. It's got a legit Pokemon relic. Yeah. Which anyone can, if you have time, you can sit down. There's a calculator that can calculate exactly how to get. It's a pain in the ass. You really got to pay attention. You got to time everything just right. Yeah, at this point, it's like first come, first serve. It's like, I'll meet up with that dude, and if he shows up and everything goes good, I'll sell to him. If not, then I have that other person as a backup. So fuck it. So it's basically how it's gonna work. Is first come, first serve. It's like, hey man, I'll sell it for 200, but I'm not waiting around for an extra $25. My time is valuable. So, which ideally, yeah, the extra $25 would be nice, but fuck it. I'm sorry. I'm just like, today I'm just fucking stressed out. It's like it was kind of a lull of a day, and I was hoping that it would get better, and then people just fucking irritate me sometimes. So that's why I'm talking with you fine folk, to kind of get out of my head, vent out to the universe. Rather than keep all these thoughts, feelings, and emotions all bottled up. My form of therapy is to communicate with you fine folk. So thank you. They always flake. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So there's 2 people on the board right now, so 50-50 chance. I just want one day. That's all I ask for. It's like, I would love to have one solitary day. 24 fucking hours. That's all I ask for. Just give me fucking that. Give me one day where I don't have clients trying to fuck me over, or I don't have clients bitching, or fucking making my life an annoyance, right? Give me one day of that. Give me one day where I'm not driving from one job to another, doing 1 hour job. Like, give me one day where I actually can make some fucking money. Okay? Give me one day where when I come home from fucking work, I don't get fucking bitched at for fucking everything. It's like, I can't do shit. Even when I try to help and clean the house, when I try to help out around the house, I get bitched at because I'm not doing it right. It's like, then why bother? Why am I going to go out of my way to help out when every time that I do, I get fucking, like, I don't want to hear any complaints. 24 fucking hours, can I get that? With no complaints. Why is that so difficult? This guy obviously doesn't know how to park. Jesus. Now I've literally gotten to the point where I've gone from venting to bitching. There's a threshold that you meet. You vent the frustrations, and then When you start talking about shit that's not as closely related to the shit that's originally pissing you off, then you're just fucking bitching. So that's all right. I'll be clear. That's the point that I'm at. So no one likes a bitch. But to be perfectly honest with you, there's only 3 kinds of people in this world: dicks, pussies, and assholes. See, pussies don't like dicks, because pussies get fucked by dicks. But dicks also fuck assholes. I'm just chilling now, so like conversating. So whatever you guys got for me. Oh yeah, the only thing that sucks about streaming on YouTube is the chat never stays up. It goes away, which fucking really annoys me. Until the cows come home. That's a fucking perfect way to describe it, man. It's exhausting. Living's fucking tiring work, man. Yeah, that's what they do. Like the shit that they don't cover in class, they make you do on your own time. It's AIT's a fucking joke, dude. And it's crazy because like when you're in AIT, half the shit that you learn you'll use, the other half the shit you won't in your actual job. And it really kind of depends on the unit that you go. Well, for active army, but when you go to your unit, it's like half the time they just put you on some shitty detail, and you don't really get to utilize your shit until you deploy. The only time you really utilize your fucking job is, well, it depends on the job, but it's a fucking joke, man. That's why I'm just glad to be out and have to deal with that shit anymore. I miss it from time to time. I miss the consistency. I miss having a schedule, but that's gone now. And I'm kind of glad for it because some of the shit that I had to deal with while I was in, man. And it's like, I have a video, another one of my top viewed videos, why I left the army. That video. It's one of my highest viewed videos, and it's very polarizing. It's got a pretty positive like to dislike ratio, but the comments are cesspool. Some people are being supportive of my decision, and then other people don't only watch like the first 2 minutes of the video and then start talking shit. And it's like, they either say, well, we don't need pieces of shits like you in the army, so we're glad that you're fucking gone. Or they say some shit like, oh, you were just a cook, so cooks are garbage anyway. It's like, all right, man. That's the reason why I got out. It's motherfuckers like you. Yeah, which is why I don't give a shit about it. It's like, whatever, man. Yeah, I don't really get affected by negative comments too much. It's like, it's just polarizing how it's, a lot of comments are like down the middle. It's one or the other. It's positive or negative. You know, no one really has an original objective thought, you know. Or when people comment on the video, they comment on one section of the video instead of the video as a whole. And I don't, it's just weird. Like that's why I don't fuck with comment sections and shit. Like on other videos, like I very rarely do I on a video. Which is true. They just find like no one comments after the video. Everyone comments during the video. It's very true. So whatever they have to say is so stuck in the moment. They want to stand on it. They want to grandstand. They want to fucking have some semblance of a platform to express their freedom of speech. And by all means, go for it. It's like I'm in such a shit mood now. It's like I don't even know if I want to make dinner. I don't want to fuck with fast food though, but I'm just tired. It's hypocrisy, man. It's another reason why I got out the military. It's like the bureaucratic bullshit. It's like it's so fucking stupid. When you're lower enlisted, you're just fucking meat. No one gives a fuck about you. We had a NCO, not in my battalion. He was also a cook. He was a cook in another battalion, in another brigade actually. So Second Brigade, 287. His name was Combs, Sergeant Combs. A lot of controversy with that dude. But by the time I left drum, I didn't know if anything happened from it. But his female soldiers were really scared of him because he would meet up with them alone in their rooms and like basically like a weird, it was all sexual shit. But the way that he went about doing it, I don't think he ever actually did anything to anyone, but like he would get them in trouble and talk about writing them up. This and it's like, well, this can all go away. I mean, we can make this go away, you know. And they wouldn't take on his advances, so he would fucking hound them even more, and it's really fucked up. But the main issue with him is, I guess before he was in the Army, he was in the Air Force, and so he told everyone that he was supposed to be an E5. And I remember when he was a specialist, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just waiting for my paperwork to get in so they can give me my appropriate rank. So I'm really an NCO. I'm not really a specialist." And I was like, "Well, with all due respect to that, until I see that rank on your chest, you're just a specialist to me." I mean, I'll treat you cool and everything, but you're not an NCO, so I can't really walk around talking like you are. And he's like, oh, we'll see how that works when I get pinned, and then, we'll see what you're in for. And it's like, well, you're not in my chain of commands, so I'm pretty good. So, because I was at the point of not giving a fuck. Well, yeah, it doesn't take long. It does not take long at all to get it. So Combs is nothing. So he eventually got his rank and all his stuff, and then obviously it went to his head and all this shit. Well, a couple weeks before I left, there was some rumors going around, and then there was more than rumors, and people were actually going after him for stuff. Apparently, the documents that he put in were falsified. He wasn't actually a non-commissioned officer. He just made that shit up, doctored all the paperwork. So they pinned him. And it wasn't actually, there was rumors going around about it, but no one could really know anything. But then I guess what ended up happening was his DFAS. When they started writing his checks, they double-checked to make sure that the paperwork was right, and it wasn't. So he fudged the stuff he had to turn in to make sure his rank was appropriate. But it's weird. It's like so the Air Force won't even bother taking you if you're, like, this is when I was in. If, like, some other branches will take prior service. Like, the Army will take prior service for any branch. The Air Force, if you were in the Army, they won't even let you in. Like, they don't care what your fucking rank was. Nope, we're not letting you in because you were in the Army. It's weird. It's like the Army is like kind of where people go to die. God, my fucking head, dude. It's like I don't even want to be out here right now. I just want to fucking sleep. That would be nice. I just lay down and sleep. Like you said, man, life is exhausting. Living is exhausting. Anyway, I gotta figure out dinner, so thanks for chit-chatting. Thanks for the super chat. Don't know if I'll ever receive it, but, nonetheless, thanks for the support of the channel. You don't have to, but anyway, as always, I'm your oh so beloved and glorious Mace Valor. Fingers crossed that your unit fixes their shit. If not, well, AIT will be over with eventually. So, fingers crossed for you, bud. As always, this is Mace Valor, signing off.